Cupcakes for Cancer, selling keys for homeless shelter, thousands of shoes to homeless kids, Ugandan mosquito nets. It goes on and on and on. And I think that if we had every kid do something little, it doesn't have to be huge.
Painting with the kids today. I made a lot of new friends with the patients.
I feel so proud to be a Huggable hero today. We just got to meet some of the kids and their siblings. I really empathize with these kids and I'm looking forward to spending the rest of the day with them.
Teens is a non-profit clothing boutique where girls that are in foster care or live in group homes or live in extreme situations of poverty can come and receive 2 head-to-toe outfits, all brand new, all for free.
I enjoy helping at Allison's boutique a lot. I find the experience to be really fulfilling, and I find what Allison's done at the shop to be extremely empowering and inspiring.
I sent out over 200 letters that first week to different clothing companies soliciting donations for the idea. The idea was to outfit 10 girls with 2 head-to-toe brand new outfits. So I worked hard for months, and then in August 2010 the boutique officially opened. Since then, over 175 girls have been outfitted with 2 head-to-toe brand new outfits.
Hi, my name is Lulu. I'm 13 years old and I'm from Encino, California. I founded Lemonade Warriors, which is an organization that unites kids in my community who don't want to wait till they grow up to make a change in the world.
I like being a Lemonade Warrior because it's really fun and I get to hang out with my friends and do stuff to help other people.
Lemonade Warriors will help you out with any cause that you're passionate about, but I'm particularly passionate about helping the water crisis in Africa. There's this quote by Maddie J.T. Stepanek saying that peace is possible if your basic human needs are met. And there's really nothing more basic than the human need for water. Overall, I've raised around $20,000. I funded 3 wells, which will serve 1,200 villagers for 20 years. And my lemonade campaign last year with Blood Water Mission inspired over 500 lemonade stands across the state.
So what are the beads made out of? The beads are actually made out of recycled paper by women in Uganda. And then the filler beads are... I am one of the founders of Network Against Malaria. I founded it with my 4 sisters, and we raise money to provide malaria bed nets for children and families in Uganda. This is one of the major ways we do that, by selling jewelry and t-shirts that we've made, and all the proceeds go to buying malaria bed nets. Malaria is an incredibly preventable disease. It's caused by one mosquito in the entire world, and that's the Anopheles mosquito. Those mosquitoes are only out from dusk until dawn. So with the use of the malaria bed net, the people do not have the capacity to get malaria.
My cause is called Frogs, or Friends Reaching Our Goals. We raise money and awareness for the Tanner Area Food Bank.
One night, while driving home from a game, I saw a man with a sign that said, "Need a meal." It made me feel very sad inside. So, I decided to take action in my community. That is exactly where the hungry man with the street sign was.
Frogs has helped provide over 60,000 meals through the food bank, has packed over 6,000 backpacks for children who don't have food over the weekends, and has recruited hundreds of volunteers to fight hunger through service learning.
I started the organization Sight Learning, a not-for-profit organization that collects and donates used eyeglasses for students around the world. In addition, Sight Learning organizes eye exam clinics in these nations. I've been dependent on glasses for almost all my life, and I quickly realized that I need glasses to be able to learn in the classroom. One day when I broke my glasses and was unable to bring them to school, I learned that I could not learn without glasses in the classroom. After further research, I learned that millions of students around the world are unable to receive an education due to a lack of eye care or eyeglasses. To date, Sight Learning has collected over $60,000 worth of eyeglasses and has donated them to various countries to various students. In the past month alone, I've collected an additional $10,000 worth of eyeglasses. By November, my goal is to have collected $100,000 worth of eyeglasses for students around the world.
Color My World recycles crayons from restaurants that would otherwise be discarded
and redistributes them to underfunded schools and early childhood care centers across the country. The impact of Color My World has been threefold. On one hand, we're having kids interact with proprietors around the country, giving teens the opportunity to lead, and also having those teens go back into their community, to schools, to shelters, and get involved that way. We're also recycling thousands of crayons. We've collected about 50,000, more than 50,000 right now, and those crayons would be sitting in a landfill otherwise.
During a trip to Uganda in the summer of 2009, I helped out at an orphanage where I met Jackie. Jackie is a 5-year-old former street child who has a beautiful smile and a bubbly personality. But behind that sunny smile, Jackie knew that she would soon be orphaned as her mother is dying of AIDS. Touched by her story, I gave her my teddy bear, and she gave me a delicate bracelet crafted from scrap paper and scavenged beads. I started Beauty for Life, a socially minded business that sells handcrafted Ugandan jewelry and keep their children off the streets and out of wars. It is such an honor to be a Huggable hero. As a Huggable hero, I've had the opportunity to raise awareness about the poverty women and children are facing in Uganda, and how people can empower women and children through the simple purchase of a necklace.
My project is called Keys for Hope. My friends and I started it to raise money for our local homeless shelter, Crisis Ministries. Almost every week, my friends and I gather in my house to decorate keys. In a couple of hours, we make around 100 keys. Then, our moms help us to package up the keys to get ready to sell. Every month, we sell our keys about 6 times at various markets and festivals.
My passion is to tell people stories, and that's how I got involved with bullying prevention. I'm able to share people's stories about their experiences, and that's one of my great passions. I speak, write, and give presentations to help raise awareness and champion the cause to end bullying. I realized that the key to ending bullying in our schools was through peer advocacy, so I embarked on a mission to teach youth to become advocates for one another and essentially have each other's backs. As we saw through the civil rights movement and the end to apartheid, it took others standing in solidarity and speaking out for what was right. And that's how I believe bullying is going to end, is through peer advocacy.
Through my charity, I donate brand new footwear to infants, children, and teens who are living in homeless shelters in the United States. To date, since starting in 2010, I've donated over 4,000 pairs of sneakers, shoes, and boots to over 3,800 children.
Working with Nicholas is exciting. When I see Nicholas come into the shelter, anybody can do a pair of shoes to a person, but Nicholas makes it personal, and he does that with dignity, respect.
My son had to start school. The school teachers or workers came here to the shelter to talk about the school and the things to get ready for, and in the list, the rules and regulations and all that stuff, it said that he couldn't go to school with flip-flops, and he had flip-flops at the time, that he won't be able to attend school unless he has sneakers or regular nice shoes. I was panicking, I was nervous, I didn't know how I was going to get him shoes. I didn't have any income, so I didn't know what to do. Then Nicholas came along and got him new shoes.
Well, being a Huggable hero is an honor and a humbling experience for me. It makes me even more determined to help out more children in homeless shelters around the country.
Hi, my name is Sarah Kronk. I'm 19 years old, and I'm the president and founder of the Sparkle Effect, a nonprofit organization that helps cheerleaders and dancers across the country start teams, including students with disabilities. I was inspired to start the Sparkle Effect after starting the nation's first high school-based cheer team, including students with disabilities, the Spartan Sparkles at my high school. The reason why I was interested in getting involved with inclusion overall is because of my older brother Charlie, whose disabilities prevented him from making social connections when he entered into high school. The whole situation helped me realize that only one group is uniquely positioned to include teens with disabilities, and that's other teens. My first thought was, other schools should be doing this too. Why don't we create create a program that allows teams to duplicate the success of the Sparkles quickly and easily, which is where we got the idea to start the Sparkle Effect.
My cause is Rachel's Village and Rachel's School. I fundraise and raise awareness for food for the poor by speaking out to groups of people about the poorest of the poor people in Haiti. I plan fun events like bake sales, school dances, and lemonade stands. We raise money that goes to food for the poor. They use that money for my projects like Rachel's Village and Rachel's School.
She's inspired us to do so much, and we're so glad that we're here with her. Well, we first heard about the story through our parents who heard through our church. Well, when we came here in the summertime in June for a missions trip, and through Food for the Poor, we heard about her story, and we were just really inspired to help.
You know, she's just so young compared to everybody else, and she's doing all it before she's even in high school. It's amazing.
This structure behind me is the place that the children here in Rive de Morel called school since the earthquake. Their original building was destroyed. But the thing is, not only was it school, it became home for so many of the families who lost their housing because of the earthquake. But today, we're here in Rive de Morel to celebrate the inauguration of Rachel's School.
You can do anything you really want to.
Hi, my name is Blake Colvin and I'm 16 years old. I started my own nonprofit organization called Cupcakes for Cancer when I was 13. My inspiration came from hearing about a boy in my town named Kevin who was diagnosed with leukemia. I could just relate to what he was going through because when I was 7, I was misdiagnosed with a rare cancer, but I still had to go through 3 years of chemotherapy because I was so sick, and I wanted to do something to help Kevin. I started raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation of the Tri-Counties because when I was ill, they had granted me a wish. I also began donating money to the Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation of Santa Barbara, which financially supports families that have kids in cancer treatment. In 3 years, Cupcakes for Cancer has raised about $65,000 and granted 7 wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation and donated $10,000 to the Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation.
My passion for my project came from a newspaper article that I saw about 4 years ago. The article was about how families in my own town of Westerly couldn't afford to heat their homes. And when I found out about this, I was pretty shocked. And I really wanted to help these families in any way that I could. And the best solution for me was to create TGIF, turn grease into fuel, to help heat the homes of those families.
And in 5th grade, Cassandra started talking about a community service project that she wanted to start. And luckily, Cassandra and I and a bunch of our friends all shared the same common interests of helping the environment and our community and our friends. So Cassandra started a project.
To date, we have donated 14,600 gallons of bioheat to heat the homes of 146 families, and this is equivalent to about $57,000.
Empower Orphans is basically an organization that helps orphans and underprivileged children gain a proper education and health care.
Neha started off with a garage sale, and it was a small event, but it led to much larger things.
And when you give to others, you really get self-satisfaction too. I think that every child should have the opportunity to gain a proper education.
I am so honored to be chosen as one of the Huggable Heroes. I've met 14 other amazing leaders so far, and I'm kind of just getting started out a little bit. I mean, I haven't done a lot of the things that they've done, but it just is such an encouragement to be chosen as one of the Huggable Heroes.
I think like with an insanely amazing goal, that's something that only kids can do. I think as we grow up, we kind of lose that oomph and that just complete zeal for changing the world. We start to realize that maybe we can't do it, but no, that's totally not true at all. You can do it, and don't lose that.
I really can't describe it. It's really amazing to be here with so many other kids who are like-minded and who like helping with the same causes. It's amazing. It's a really amazing experience.